Dymond, we haven't been able to talk to you for a while.
Yeah.
How have you been? How's life been? And leading up to obviously the women's nationals and U.S. Open, obviously big competitions for you and other women's athletes.
Look, life has always been good. I stay blessed. But yeah, it's been good. Great training, and I really appreciate the amount of big girls I've gotten to wrestle in the last about year and a half now.
I think the last time that we saw you was at Bill Farrell. You obviously took second at that, and you
Mm-hmm.
faced a young, hungry Elena on that one. And then you
Mm-hmm.
also had a charity event. I think like a couple weeks after facing her. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, what was the experience like of facing a world champion and getting those experiences against someone that's really really good?
Well, it was really nice being able to step into my own power really there, and just remember who I am as Dymond Guilford, and just getting to wrestle a peer really. So it was really nice that I got to do it for a charity event. The LA Beat the Streets event was for, just getting kids off the streets and helping them with by getting them in wrestling. But in the end, that event turned into donations for the LA fires and such. So like just getting to wrestle for a bigger purpose than just myself is always a blessing. It's really nice.
What were you able to take away from those two events? And now you're training obviously for the U.S. Open, but what were you able to take away from those two events?
For me personally, I like being an underdog. It's much easier than having people having a big ass target on your back, basically. So it just gave me something to aspire to, something to work towards, something to gear my training towards, basically. So yeah.
Obviously, a big camp here with a lot of names. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
talk about the camp here and how much
Yeah.
it's been able to help you.
Yeah, we got the Olympians in. We got shoot, Hell Miles even came in. It was pretty nice. But we got the Olympians in. We got the top five from the NCAA's and NAIA's, and I think it's really important to get the college kids in here too because they actually are developing really good technique down there, and then plus they're young, fresh, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, all that. So just getting the mixture of experienced older women and then also the younger hungry women and just putting that together just kind of makes a bubble for greatness to happen. So I've seen a lot of people growing. I've been able to grow in this experience. We wrestled 5 matches on Tuesday. That was a whole tournament's worth of matches, and they were all great matches from top to bottom, no matter who I was wrestling. So it was nice.
Talk about, you said development and how they've developed. Talk about women's wrestling and how it's been able to really grow. Obviously, NCAAs will be hosting a championship next year as an official sport for the NCAA. Talk about the development and the journey it has kind of taken for women's wrestling.
Well, I'm really proud that one, women wrestlers are getting paid left and right a little bit more. Now it's as much as men wrestlers. No. But we're getting paid more and more in scholarships, in NIL deals, and just being able to be out on social media and stuff like that. So I think that's really beautiful, especially when you dedicate to your life to a sport like wrestling, which requires so much of your mind, your energy, your focus, all that. So just the growth of women's wrestling in that aspect monetarily, great. And then overall, like back in the day, I think it was like back in 2020 or 2019, where it was the fastest growing sport in America at the high school level, and that really is showing on the now the college level as those high schoolers have gone to college, and kind of creeping into those U23 and almost senior national team levels, and like the saturation is really there. It's forcing people to learn how to wrestle better, and then that's forcing the top people to keep up in their game, and then we're showing on the world stage. We're winning world championships as a team, not just individual getting golds, this and that there, but we're winning world championships as a team now, and we're creeping up on Japan, which is great. So that's like the growth of women's wrestling to me, and it's beautiful.
And finally, how excited are you for the U.S. Open?
I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm very excited to go out there and see the wrestling fans. Been in training bubbles for God knows how long now. So very excited to get out there in the culture with the people and just like be able to cheer for everybody, be able to go out there and show my wrestling and get cheered for, and just be out there with everybody.